everyone. Welcome to the Cloud Talk Simplified. I'm your host Prabhanjan, and today we are diving into something that powers almost everything on the internet. That's cloud computing. And joining me today is Arya.
Hey Prabhanjan, excited to break this down in a simple way.
Yeah. So we'll go with the first segment. What is cloud computing?
So basically, beginning with what is cloud computing, it is like using services like storage, servers, and software over the internet instead of your local system.
Okay. So why do we even call it a cloud?
We call it cloud because generally when we are representing it, it is representing in a diagram, a network. That network is represented in a cloud diagram. So it is basically called as cloud, hiding the complex infrastructure behind it.
Okay. So why do we need it? Like why do we need cloud?
So earlier companies had to manage their own servers and expense. It was very expensive and hard to scale. So basically, cloud provides us the servers and we can manage it easily. So we need it.
And cloud removes the headache for also storing all the data.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Okay, so could you tell us about evolution of this cloud computing?
So talking about the evaluation from mainframe, uh, then after personal computers, then client server, then we have now, as I said, that local storage. We were using local storage. Then from this we have jumped into now cloud computing, which is even more scalable for us. Like if we have cloud or we store data in the cloud, we can access it wherever. Then we cannot like carry the local machines, like our local machines everywhere. So we can do it using cloud.
So it's like a portable thing with virtual handling.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So how do we, could you tell us deployment models in cloud?
So basically, there are three types of deployment models: public, private, and hybrid. So as you can understand by name, public is like free for everyone. Everyone can access it. Private is it is basically we means the organization which they are having subscription with or they are paying for it. And hybrid is basically combination of both public and private.
So each of the model has its own use.
Each of the model has its own use cases like public models are basically used by us people like and many of the companies or organizations are using the private model.
So there are any something service-based models in the cloud computing.
Yeah, as we are having deployment models, we are also having service models, like three types of service model, that is infrastructure as service, platform as service, and software as service. So talking about infrastructure as service, as we are having local storage, so infrastructure as service provides a storage, but it is virtually, not local. So next is software as services. They are providing us softwares on which we can work online or virtually. For example, we can see Microsoft Docs or any tools provided by Microsoft. We can perform many actions over there. And next one is platform as service. Like we can take example of Google App Engine or anything. They are providing a platform for us to deploy and test our apps like that.
So these are like providing services based on product based or service based.
Yes, yes.
So you told us about cloud, its deployment models, its hybrid models and all. So could you tell us about its basic architecture? Like what happens in the cloud stories?
The architecture of cloud, we can take it as first is user interface, next is user interface, then data centers, and then backend means where all the process are happening at backends. User interface is the platform or with which user interacts or what we see. As I have gave you the example of Google App Engine. So what Google App Engine we are using means what I can see, it is an interface. So it is user interface. Like this, we can classify it as the architecture of cloud.
So in architecture, you told about virtualization and distributed system. Could you tell us more something about it?
Uh, Virtualization is basically that it allows uh, multiple virtual machines to run on a single physical machine. So basically, we can consider that virtual machine is the concept where different OS can run. OS is operating system. Different operating systems we can run on single virtual machine. As you can see in manually, if we are downloading any operating system in our local machine, it is not easy. But virtual machine is it is a platform where you can download the multiple operating systems and work on it.
Okay, so next, so multiple users share resources efficiently in this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, as I would like to add in virtualization, there are more concepts like hypervisor. So, I told that virtual machines, right? In virtual machines, there are different OS. So, we need scheduling. That means there are we have multiple tasks like one, two, three, four. So, which task will be proceeding first or second. For this, we are using various scheduling algorithms. As we have scheduling algorithms in local machine, same we have scheduling algorithms in virtual machine also. So basically, we are using priority scheduling algorithm. Means first comes first serve, like priority based. So we have to manage all the means OS, different OS which are running on virtual machine. For that, hypervisor is used. So hypervisor basically what it does, it allocates the resources and it also manages that process one, I'm allocating this resource to process one, then it will occur first. Process two will occur second, so that no two process come like we can see compete or overlap like that. And another concept we have like is host operating system and guest operating system. We call it as host OS and guest OS. So basically, host OS is the concept we are having the host for operating system or local machine. It is host OS, and guest OS is nothing but the operating system we have in the virtual machine itself. So how we are having for local machine, same we are having for virtual machine.
So could you tell how virtualization is scalable in cloud?
Scalable, like I already told, like it takes more time. It is not efficient to manage the both operating means multiple operating system on local machine. If you are running Windows or Linux simultaneously, it is not possible, right? At one time, we have to run only one operating system on local machine, but it is not in the case of virtual machine. In virtual machine, you can like we have options like to open the file of Ubuntu or anything else operating system. So we can work on simultaneously, like start it and pause it whenever it needed. So it is more scalable, like we can work simultaneously. But it is not in the case of local machine.
Okay, so next we'll go with the storage in cloud. Storage systems, could you explain about storage system in cloud?
Uh-huh. We can categorize the storage system like object storage system, block storage system, and file storage system. So, object storage system that we can store like videos, photos, anything which is object storage system. File or block storage system is in block storage system we are allocated with certain memory space or anything. In file storage system, we can store all the files like documents and everything. So basically, we can take example like we have Google Drive where we can upload images, we can store videos, files, everything. So it is the one of the best example of object storage system.
So we talked about the storage, the virtualization, architecture. Now we can go with the security in the cloud computing systems.
Yes.
Could you brief about it?
Yes. As nowadays we are saying that trusting our internet is also not so easy for people, right? So security is the like main concern. So for security, like you can see, we are using mail, right? For mail, we are having two-factor authentication. Like this, multiple options are there, such as encryption, as I mentioned, two-factor authentication, firewalls. Like this, many more systems are there for security in the cloud, and basically, cloud is providing more security by encryption, and also cloud is connected to our Gmail. So by turning on the two-factor authentication, we get OTP to our phone or something if we are logging in our account into another device, anything. So basically, we can trust over it. And yes, I can say it that it is providing a good level of security.
It's risk. It's but it's still risky. Like risk exists in this.
Yes, risk exists in it, but yeah, I can say we can trust it.
So next we'll go with the cost modules. We tell about the cost modules in the usage of cloud computing.
So talking about cost model is like we have measured or metered cost model, or we can say it as pay as you go. Means cloud is basic it for I can say it is the major characteristics of cloud. That is pay as you go, and it is the more major advantages of cloud. Pay as you go is a simple concept, like how much time you are using it, that much usage is considered, and that much usage is cost. That's it.
So we pay
Means,
according to our
it's like it's more scalable for us now. No need of like subscription. See, we can take example like we are having many subscription, but for one project, for example, one project we are using it. After that, it is like that only. We are not using it. But cloud is providing you are using this resource for 1 hour, so they will charge for that hour only. So pay as you go is
yes.
based on usage.
It's like prepaid recharge.
Yes, yes.
So next we'll go with the scalability and elasticity of the system. So could you tell about how the cloud using the cloud system is scalable and also elasticity? Like how does it give flexibility to us?
See, as I told, pay as you go and security purpose, and there are many options like we can access it anywhere. So these are the models we can see which are making cloud more scalable or which are increasing the scalability of cloud. And elasticity we talking about it, so it can adjust according to us. We can adjust according to us, and also cloud provides the what we can say, as I mentioned, that we can use it anywhere. So when I want, I can turn it on. When I want, I can pause my work. When I want, I can restart. So it is adjustable only. So it is also good in elasticity.
So could you we can state it as in an analogy like scalability is increasing and elasticity is auto adjusting the
Yes,
system.
yes.
Important difference to be considered.
Yeah.
So could you tell us some real life applications of cloud?
Real life applications we can, as I mentioned, like streaming, social media, AI, gaming, and I mentioned also Google App Engine is example of one of the uh, services of cloud, or Microsoft. There are many examples or real world applications which we are using of cloud.
So are there any future scope like current having any advancement from current system?
So, see, we are having now cloud, but as we know, this now we are having trend of AI. But still, I can see cloud is not, sorry, AI is not integrated with cloud. So we can have AI integrated with the cloud in further. We can see it is as a future trend. So many, so for performing many small tasks, uh, the it can be integrated further. That AI integration or edge computing or serverless is they can be also in future trending.
So any use of cloud in business like business model?
Yeah, see, as we said, it depends on the business. Like if you want for storage, then as I said, Google Drive is one of the example. So there are many storage system provided by cloud. So you can store the data in that. So it is in that way useful for businesses for data storage or hosting an app. I said, or for we also have concept called Cloud SIEM. So it is basically the tool for simulation or testing of app. So before deployment, you can test your app on that environment. See, if your company is building an app, so you can use Cloud SIEM for its deployment rather than deploying it and testing it locally. You can deploy or test on that environment. So it would be easy for you to identify the bugs and resolve it. If you are deploying it in local machine or you are carrying final deployment, so it will be hard that you will be means costing and everything will be so long process. So you can use Cloud SIEM, you can deploy there, you can test it. So that's and many softwares or platforms, as I mentioned before, are provided by cloud. You can use that to deploy your app or test it and business for storage purpose you can use the clouds and you can as you for we are using it for storage purpose, also we can use it for backup purpose. Cloud is providing backup, like in that way we can use it for business purpose.
Okay, so you told us about the business. We saw some models in cloud, like internet as a service, platform as a service,
Mm.
and what's that third one's?
Software as a
Software as a
service.
service. Okay, so could you tell some real world scenarios for these three models of
See,
cloud computing?
hmm. Starting with software as service, I told you Google App Engine. Talking about real world example is we can software as a service. We can take Microsoft. Google Docs is an example of software as a service. What it does, Google Word is like Word document, but Word document you can access it on your local machine. So consider, for example, you are having your own laptop, you are editing something on that Word document. So unless and until you have uploaded uh, in on Drive or connected with cloud or anything, you cannot access in on anywhere or on another local machine like on another laptop. It is not accessible. You have to carry your own laptop wherever you go or else in pen drive anything. This is like so hectic. But another option too is like Google Cloud. Google Cloud is simply accessible. If you go log in your Gmail, go to Google Docs, that's it. You can access it or you can resume your work from anywhere. So infrastructure as service, as I told, locally storing instead of that, it is providing virtual servers on which we can store it. And platform as service, as I told, that Google App Engine, we can also take that Amazon Web Servers. They are also good examples of cloud computing.
Okay, so we've got a good understanding about what is cloud computing.
Yes.
We saw the models in the cloud computing, that is internet as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service.
Hmm.
Then we saw about the public models, private and hybrid types of cloud computing systems.
Yes.
And we have got like cloud is a service providing system in which the user can store his all the data, or the companies also can store their data in certain storage space which is virtually created.
Yes.
Okay, so and we've got a good idea of how integration of cloud and AI could. So quick revision for until what we have seen. So before we move ahead, quick recap for listeners is what is cloud? It's a service over internet. Next is the deployment models, public, private, and hybrid models, service models, internet as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. So these are the things we have saw and understood until now.
And the key idea is that no need to manage the physical hardware. So let's start using the cloud.
So, next segment we'll go with the popular cloud providers.
Yeah.
Arya, which companies actually provide cloud services?
The top one company I would like to mention is like AWS, which is Amazon Web Services, then Microsoft Azure, then Google Cloud Platform. So they are providing the cloud services like basically now.
Okay. So when we say cloud, it's actually these companies that comes into our mind, like first primary
Yeah,
usage of.
exactly. They are having a huge global infrastructure, and basically I can say before AWS comes for cloud, but the softwares we are using of clouds are Google Docs we are using, then Google Drive we are using. Yeah, these companies are doing well.
Yeah, it's not a commercial sort of thing. It is. So next is we can compare the cloud and traditional computing systems. So could you tell what's the main difference between cloud and the traditional computing systems?
So basically, first starting with the first module or point I can say is the cost. So for traditional systems or traditional hardwares or servers, we have a huge or high upfront cost. We need physical servers, and the scalability on that point is also limited. But whereas comparing it with the cloud, we have virtual resources, as I have told before, and their main, I have also mentioned the main advantage, or I would say the main advantage of cloud is pay as you go model, which
Yes,
is completely like we can say good
efficient.
for us and efficient, and it is highly scalable, and we can say it has elasticity, like it adjusts as we want. So this is the main difference I would like to mention about the cloud and traditional cloud.
Okay. So cloud is more flexible and efficient.
Yeah, you can say it that cloud is more flexible, efficient, easy to use, and scalable for us.
So, for if we can tell that if in technical sort of things, mostly students also use the systems. So, could you give us a beginner roadmap for learning cloud, like how to use, mostly, especially for students who are using cloud or eager to use the cloud systems?
Yeah. So I would like to mention first, like it's not hard or big case to learn or use cloud, but first start learning with basics of networking, then understand what is virtualization, what is mean by simulation, how environment is created, how simulations are made like this. Then start with open platforms like AWS. I have told try simple projects like hosting a website and all on that. And yeah, this all are the basic step for starting with or going with for a beginner, I would like to mention.
So, hands-on, practically applying these things is
Yes,
important
yes.
here.
See, learning like doing today, like one project, and yes, now I have understood cloud. Now I can be efficient, and I will be working efficiently on cloud. It is not the thing, right? You have to do hands-on on it, and I would suggest that also. We will be getting more tutorials on YouTube, like how to use cloud efficiently or this that, but only learning or seeing the tutorials is not enough. Hands-on is the most important thing I would like to suggest to the beginners who are watching. Like do hands-on practice. Yeah, that's all.
So, AI training becomes easier by using this also cloud systems.
Yeah, cloud provides I would like to tell how it connects with AI. Like cloud provides huge storage, powerful GPUs, scalable computing. So it is connected in AI areas also.
So we can come to the conclusion of our discussion. So, alright, Arya, last question. One piece of advice for listeners, as you told for students, now you can give a collective advice to our viewers.
Yeah. So first advice I told like we are watching multiple videos. Like we have the habit, like we are not understanding, we go to YouTube, we search it. Means it is a good habit. Like we are having that mindset, like if we are having any sort of doubt, we are going to ChatGPT, we are going to Google, we are going to YouTube, we are watching the tutorials. But like I want to say that, or give a advice that don't keep it just as a theory, or like don't learn just a theory. I have said earlier, do it as a practical, do hands-on, perform labs, perform simulation, host your own website, and perform, do like moreover practicals what you can do, and use the cloud. Now, just learning theory as a cloud is not useful. I'm requesting that we are having such a good service or cloud, which is like we can get everything there. So use it, make a appropriate use of it. Even small experience or experiments, or like first, I would say you can take a first baby step as hosting a small website. So it can be give such a huge experience, and by taking small steps moving towards goal, like big goal, so it will be useful for them.
Okay, so that's a solid advice, like applying the things rather than just knowing the things. That would definitely benefit a lot. So that's it for today. This is the discussion we have had on introduction of cloud. We saw what's the cloud, what's its type, its deploy models, its architecture, its use cases, the practical approaches for using it, and also practical approach of using it efficiently. From basics to real world usage and even career advice, we covered everything about the cloud computing systems. So thank you, Arya, for joining us.
Yeah, and I would also, at the ending, I would like to mention, as you said, career advice. If we are learning about the cloud in early ages or in your engineering or anything, we can get a huge job in, as I mentioned, companies like Amazon and all. Cloud is such a trending market. If we now, from now onwards only, we are learning about it, having hands-on experience, then yeah, you can get a good package. Or I'm not promoting them, but telling my real advice that by learning it, we can earn a good amount, and it is not hard to learn. Also, it is easy to learn. So the audience who are watching it, they can make use of this information, and also had an amazing time. Hope listeners found it useful.
And thank you everyone for listening. Keep learning, keep building. Thank you.